Today is April the 4th. Is God interested in our daily life? Let's find out together as we study Numbers 1 through 4. Reading through the Bible in a year, I'd like you to read Numbers chapters 1 through 4 today. In this passage, you may have skimmed through some of the genealogies and list of names and numbers. That's okay. That's not really what I wanted to focus on today. We come to a passage like this, and it's very natural for us to ask the question, why in the world is this in the Bible? Well, there is one very central concept that came across to me in these 4 chapters. We come to chapter 2, verse 17. The tabernacle carried by the Levites will set out from the middle of the camp. After enumerating all of the soldiers that there were in Israel, and then after setting camps, each tribe where they were to camp within the camp of Israel, one of the things that becomes very obvious is that God is in the very center of Israel. God lives. The tabernacle was to be in the middle of all of the camps of Israel. We come to chapter 3, verses 40 and 41. The Lord said to Moses, "Count all the firstborn sons in Israel who are 1 month old or older. Make a list of their names. The Levites must be reserved for me as substitutes for the firstborn sons of Israel." He goes on to say the Levites' livestock is a substitute for the livestock of all of the firstborn of the livestock of all of Israel. In the passage, there's a lot of detail, but the one thing that came across to me, God lives in the very center of Israel. God lives in each family in Israel. Each firstborn son is to be redeemed because he carries God's image in that family. Now, so do the rest of the sons, but it's the firstborn who God claims. The firstborn is to be redeemed. Is God interested in our daily life? Well, he lived in the middle of Israel. He was, families were reminded of him every time they had children. I think God is interested in our daily life. Does that make a difference to the way you live your life today? I hope it does. Please like, follow, and subscribe to this devotional on whatever platform you use to listen to it. Tomorrow, we'll ask the question, how do we know what to do?